We have so much to talk about today. We've got the Apple Watch Series 8, Apple Watch SE, Apple Watch Ultra, AirPods Pro, iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Plus, iPhone 14 Pro, iPhone 14 Pro Max. Did I say any of that wrong? I don't know. Roll the intro. What is up, everybody? How you doing today? My name is David Franco, and welcome back to my primary channel. Today we have a lot to talk about in regards to everything I just blabbered on about in the intro. And guys, I gotta be honest, this is my second recording. This is my second take because I just talked for 14 minutes straight while having my window resized improperly. In other words, you guys wouldn't have been able to see everything that I was talking about. And me being a control freak, I'm extremely mad at myself right now, and I'm going to restart and just waste that 15 minutes of my day. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the keynotes. I'm not going to talk about the things I talked about previously too much because I feel like I was kind of blabbering anyway. But obviously, Apple did talk about a lot today. But for this video's purpose, I'm going to focus mostly on the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Because I'll be upfront and honest with you guys right now. I did shed a few happy tears, and I'm not even joking. Like, I was so happy to see certain things regarding the iPhone 14 Pro that I actually happily cried. And I have no shame because I'm extremely passionate about these products. I'm extremely passionate about user interface and user experience. Anyway, as mentioned, I did mess up my recording, so I'm not going to obsess over this stuff too much, but I will say this real quick. First up, Apple Watch Series 8. Nothing about it really impressed me. I still have the Apple Watch Series 6. I never got the Series 7. And guys, honestly, I don't know if I'll be getting the Series 8. Now, this is me we're talking about. I have plenty of times in the past said that I'm not going to be buying something, and then I buy it anyway. So who knows? I mean, this could very well end up under my Christmas tree from a certain person called Santa Claus, aka David, by December 25th. So who knows? But I will go over a few notes I have here on my right side. So first of all, Apple did talk about a temperature sensor, which heavily focused on ovulating. Now, I don't ovulate. I hope I never ovulate for obvious reasons. So I don't know if this applies to, like everyone in general. It might only be an ovulation thing for cycle tracking. And if it is, then cool. This could be incredibly, incredibly useful for millions upon millions of women around the world, you know? But for the everyday man, I don't think this applies to us, but I could be wrong. All right, next up, crash detection. This is something that I hope you guys never use, and Apple said the same thing multiple times. It is one of those very, very important features, but it is there in case you do need it. So this actually can sense G-forces up to 256 Gs. That's insane. That's a big impact. I hope you're not experiencing 256 Gs. I laugh about it, but it really is a serious thing to talk about, and I'm not going to talk about it too much. Low power mode, cool, awesome. 4 standard colors, midnight, okay, it starts at $399, cool, very, very exciting. Let's talk about the Apple Watch SE. The Apple Watch SE was announced. Go to apple.com to learn more. It starts at $249. Guys, that's as much as I need to say about the Apple Watch SE because it just doesn't interest me. Now this, the Apple Watch Ultra, rumored as the Apple Watch Pro. Obviously that didn't happen, but we did get the Apple Watch Ultra. And I gotta say, despite the Apple Watch Ultra appealing to what seems like the 1 or 2% of people out there, aka not me, big old me who likes to sit on his butt playing video games and making videos like this all day, this does not apply to me whatsoever. But despite it not applying to me, guys, this presentation actually blew me away. It is extremely clear that Apple did their homework. They know what they're talking about. So this is the biggest, most rugged Apple Watch ever invented. We have a 49mm titanium case, water resistance, 100 meters, tested to MIL STD. I don't know what that is, but sorry to hear that. H10, H810, H3. I am just embarrassing myself right now. Dust resistance, that I do understand. And down here, we have an action button, which can be used for waypoints. So let's say you're going on a hike, or you're going rock climbing, or you're going off some kind of trail. You can actually use the action button to instantly set up a waypoint to come back. And of course, the action button can be used for other things such as diving and stuff like that. Again, guys, this does not apply to me whatsoever, but for those who it does apply to, this thing is, I mean, it really does seem like a godsend. And guys, honestly, it seems like it's going to be a lot more affordable than something else you would purchase. So yo, Apple, respect, props. This is a very, very, very nice addition for the people who need it. Absolutely incredible, Apple. Seriously, well done. And I don't really get excited over fitness and outdoors kind of stuff, but this is a really cool breakthrough product for those who actually need it. So respect. And I'm not going to talk about it too much in today's video because, once again, it doesn't apply to me, so I don't really know how to look at it from my perspective. Okay, next up, AirPods Pro. Not AirPod Pros. Please stop saying that, people. It's AirPods, as in snake. Pro, singular. Okay, there we go. Got that out of the way. So AirPods Pro. Personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of in-ear AirPods or in-ear headphones for that matter. I love my Sony XM4s and I love my Sennheiser HD650s. I love over-the-ear headphones. They're just better for me. But AirPods Pro are incredibly, incredibly popular. So obviously these are going to sell just fine. So with today's update, we have an H2 chip. We also have a new low distortion audio driver, a true depth for your face map. This is really cool. So it uses the true depth camera to get a face map, which will basically set up a profile based on your head's geometry. I don't know how well this is going to work, but assuming it does work just fine, that's incredible, incredible technology. I'm just curious to see how much of a difference it makes. This guy's loving life. Look at this. And let's scroll down smoothly. It's still kind of jittery. I wonder why. There you go. It's a little smooth right there. But yeah, really, really cool feature. You have up to 6 hours of battery life on a charge, but with the whole total charge, I mean, with the case, you get up to 30 hours of listening time. And I believe it's now compatible with the Apple Watch charger, this actual case, meaning it can magnetically attract to your Apple Watch charger. Really, really cool. And a lanyard loop. Look at that. You can now attach a lanyard, which is really cool to put it around your neck. And it has a built-in speaker. Guys, it's little features like that that I really, really enjoy. But again, I'm not a big AirPods Pro guy. For those who do enjoy AirPods Pro, this seems like a worthy upgrade. So enjoy. Okay, let's talk about the iPhone 14. I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to be focusing on the iPhone 14 Pro. But I'll be honest, when they first announced the iPhone 14, whoops, I clicked on Pro, didn't I? I was like, wait a minute, another year with the notch? But then I was like, wait a minute, David, slow down, back that booty up, and think about what's happening here. Apple is obviously building up to something much better. So the iPhone 14 is kind of identical to the iPhone 13 design, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because in my opinion the iPhone 13 still stands up extremely well, as it should. It only came out a year ago. It's a beautiful design with obviously all the new iOS features and all that stuff, you know. But this is kind of like the safety iPhone for people who don't want change, because the iPhone 14 Pro looks dramatically different, at least in regards to its notch design, or notchless design, I should say. More on that in a bit. Anyway, for those curious, the iPhone 14 does feature 6.1 and 6.7 inches in display sizes. And as always, we get that Super Retina XDR display that Apple likes to talk about. Much like the Apple Watch, we have crash detection, which is obviously good. Life 360, you better watch out. Apple's coming for you guys. And I love that software. Emergency SOS via satellite. This was cool. This was the highlight of the keynotes, in my opinion, in regards to safety. So basically, if you don't have access to Wi-Fi or any cell towers, the iPhone will do its best to help you track satellites in real time, pinpoint it, follow it, and basically call for help via these short messages, because obviously when you're talking via satellites, going up and down, back and forth might take a while. But this is really cool of Apple, and obviously they are legit interested in helping people out, and I love that about Apple. They have always been so focused on safety, especially with the Apple Watch and the iPhone combined. This is incredible technology, and Apple, respect. Much like the Apple Watch Ultra, this feature alone just shows me that you're trying to cater to as many people as possible. Now, much like crash detection and all that stuff, this is a feature that, Apple hopes you never will need for obvious reasons. But hey, if you do need it, it's there. And I guarantee you somebody somewhere will need it at some point in the very near future, because things happen all the time. I mean, guys, I'm sitting at my chair right now safely, but there's somebody out there at the moment taking a hike. And who knows, maybe they get attacked by a bear, maybe they fall off of a cliff, and well, unfortunately, they might not have access to cell towers or anything like that. That's why this feature exists. So Apple, respect, you absolutely killed it with that. And the iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Plus, they released on September 16th and October 7th, respectively. And the iPhone 14 starts at $799. Water break, because Davey Boy here is about to go off in a good way. Okay, here we go, baby. Let's talk iPhone 14 Pro. Do you guys see that? Seriously, Apple could have easily just taken away the notch, which they did, and given us this pill design. This pill, in my opinion, is absolutely beautiful. It just blends in so well, but that's just the beginning. When I saw the software interacting with the pill, what Apple calls Dynamic Island, yeah, you might laugh, but I don't know. I actually kind of like the name. Okay, so let's find the island. Check it out. Check it out. Rather than Apple just giving us a simple pill cutout design, they actually went above and beyond and coded the software to work with the pill, so that way it doesn't feel like a distraction or a pill. I think that's absolutely incredible. This is such an Apple move in a good way. This is, like, seriously, guys, this is my favorite feature about today. Again, I am a user interface and user experience freak. I obsess over things being aligned perfectly. I obsess over pixel density. I obsess over, like a screen's resolution or a screen's response time, everything. Whether a screen is 144 hertz, refresh rate, or 60 hertz, I notice these things. Now, not everybody cares about that stuff, but I do, and I love display technology and how a user can interact with that display. And Apple, you did not disappoint at all with this island. Like, this is absolutely incredible. The way it interacts with phone calls, notifications, text messages. Guys, I'll say it one more time. My favorite thing about today. Absolutely incredible. And I cannot wait to use it myself in person. It's going to be so much fun. Anyway, the iPhone 14 Pro, once again, comes in two sizes. We have 6.1 inch and 6.7 inch display sizes. 2000 nits brightness max. Guys, 2000 nits is bright as hell, and I believe it's the brightest iPhone ever. By far. Like 2000 nits brightness is absolutely awesome, because I will say, even with my iPhone 13 Pro, I have had those days, for example, like I'm outside in bright sunlight and it's sometimes hard to see in my display. So hopefully this will be less of an issue with a 2000 nits brightness display. God, I love this stuff. It gets me so excited. And speaking of display, we finally have an always on display. Where is that? Apple, show it to me. Oh, there it is. I must have scrolled right past it. Always on display, always at the ready. Now your lock screen is always glanceable, so you don't even have to tap it to stay in the know. This is huge, and I realize the Android fanboys are gonna be like, well, we've had this. Hold on.
Well, you see, David, I'm an Android expert, and I can just tell you right now that I've had this feature for years. Like, I've had this feature for years. Like, I don't know why iPhone users are getting so excited over something so basic. Like, welcome to 1996?
Relax yourself, Apple could have done this years ago, but Apple being Apple, they like to take their time. So say what you will, but I love the fact that Apple finally has an always on display. Guys, I'm telling you, between the Dynamic Island, the always on display, 2000 nits brightness, I don't really have any complaints. I actually don't have any complaints this year. Like, this is the biggest iPhone update in years. And yeah, I realize I'm totally fanboying right now, but I don't care. My money, my iPhone. So I am so excited to be buying this on day one. And by the way, we can pre-order this Friday, September, what is that, 9th? Yeah, September 9th, and it comes out next Friday, September 16th. So guys, we only have to wait a week, which is incredible. So I'm so excited. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even really talk about the cameras, but iPhone continues to lead, you know, in regards to camera technology. So basically, we have larger sensors this year, better low light performance, which I think is going to be kind of a godsend at this point, because I really enjoy taking ultra wide photos occasionally on my iPhone 13 Pro. But guys, I'll tell you right now, the low light performance on that sensor, it's kind of poo-poo. Seriously, it kind of sucks. So yeah, the fact that Apple put so much time and attention and resources into improving their low light performance, I can only assume ultra wide photos are going to look so much better than they currently do on the iPhone 13 and other similar iPhones. Oh, and by the way, the iPhone 14 Pro starts at $999 and the iPhone 14 Pro Max starts at $1099. And there you have it. There is my recap of the iPhone event. Absolutely incredible. Oh, and by the way, have you guys read the rumors? There are rumors of a Mac focused event coming in October. So there's a very good chance Davey boy here could be buying himself a Mac Mini before Christmas. Let's hope, because I really want to get back downstairs again and set up that office. Yeah, I realize people say, well, David, why don't you use your MacBook Pro as a desktop? I'm just not interested. Honestly, I'm not. So guys, if I can do what I'm doing here, record videos with good lighting and good audio and a mixer downstairs on a Mac Mini, that could be awesome for me as a content creator. Pumping out content up here in my gaming room and pumping out content in my office. It's a win-win. So please, Apple, wow me with that Mac Mini announcement in just a month. But hey, if Apple doesn't wow me, it's okay. We always have 2023. I mean, guys, it's guaranteed to be announced in the next 6 months. So at least there's that. And well, hey, at least we have the iPhone 14 Pro to hold me over. My God, I cannot wait to experience Dynamic Island in person. Seriously, it's going to be really cool. So guys, what did you think of the Apple event? Are you buying anything? Are you buying the Apple Watch? Are you buying the AirPods Pro? iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro, iPhone 14 Pro Max, any of it? Oh, and by the way, we do have an iPhone 14 Plus. I haven't really talked about it, but yeah, it is kind of cool to see Apple go back to the Plus naming while still retaining the Max branding. So hey, more options. It's obviously a good thing. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. Dynamic Island. Can't wait to buy my plane ticket.